Okay. The next dog that's out is Crockett. He's not here right now. He'll be right in. He's over there just seeing what kind of trouble he can get into. Probably trash or something. Hi, buddy. This is Crockett. He's... Hey! His original name was Dash. He has a microchip. He's owned locally, but nobody's picking him up. Nobody wants to claim him. So he belongs to us now. Yeah, he belongs to us now. He's a nice boy. Chapter 12, The Call. 9 long months later, deep into July, final touches were being done on the first leg of an enormous task. Hurricane season was quickly approaching. Sal reports that everything looks like it's on track and they should be ready for a final test by August. I'm going to have to let another dog out. Hi, Cricket. And that's Crockett. Cricket. Cricket wants to be on my lap. You want to be on my lap? Should we sit down here for story time? I think I have to sit down here for story time for Cricket. Okay, Cricket. All right, now we got Cricket and Crockett. I named them that because Crockett just looks like a bigger version of Cricket. And I'm not sure Cricket's going to let me read. Honey. Oh, Crockett. Hi, baby. Okay. We're very, very possessive over my lap. Okay. All right, be nice. All right, I'm going to get my lap up off of here. You two can just deal with your deals, okay? All right. We're going to say, read. Did I start the video? I did. Okay. 40 seconds ago. Good luck. Okay, so. Test by August if a hurricane should come. Amy is relieved. Over the months, she had come to rely greatly on Sal. They had become friends. Sal opened up more about his family and his past. Amy respected Sal, and Sal looked up to Amy as well. He had also told her he was out of work for a while before the pipeline started. Even though he was from Detroit, when the Baton Rouge, he went to Baton Rouge before the pipeline began and tried to get on the crew. Amy was glad he did. Amy taught Sal a lot about engineering, and she knew if Sal wanted to, she would keep him on as long as there was a pipeline to build or maintain. Sal would always have a job with her. The test day was in a few days. A tropical storm was coming. Everything was ready. Bob came to Amy looking pale and nervous. You have a call. Oh, by the way, this chapter is called The Call. You have a call, he said seriously. Amy was working. She had blueprints spread out in front of her, Sal by her side, several men standing around waiting for their next set of instructions. Roscoe is playing with I give him a jug of milk when I put treats in it and I close it, so he has to try to get them out. So that's what that noise is. He's playing with his jug. I'm really in the middle of something, she said calmly but firmly. Bob approached her and said quietly in her ear, It's the president. I think Obama was president when I wrote this. She looked at him, startled, her mouth open. She just stared at him for a second. He nods and gets a huge grin on his face. Excuse me, I have a phone call, she exclaimed happily as she jetted away with Bob. Are you serious? She asked him, although it occurred to her that it wouldn't be in his nature to joke about something like that. All right, everybody settle down now. Oh yeah, I'm serious. I already talked to him. He asked for both of us. He said he said he is impressed with my work and follows my article every week. He said like a giddy schoolgirl. Amy had to chuckle to herself a bit because she had never seen him like this. She entered her office. Her administrative assistant was sitting at her desk holding the phone in her hand, covering the receiver. I didn't want to put him on hold, she said in a low whisper. Mr. President? She's here now. I will put her on, the secretary said in a most professional voice. She handed the phone calmly to Amy and then intently ran over to Bob and grabbed his arm. The two of them stayed in the room and listened closely. Hello, this is Amy Bryant, she said nonchalantly as possible, taking a noticeable breath. Yes, sir. It's a pleasure. Thank you. Yes, sir. I will. Thank you again. Yes. Okay. Have a good day. Thank you. She hangs up. She stares at the phone in disbelief for a second. What did he say? Bob and the secretary were both asked almost in unison. I'm gonna try to sit on the I'm gonna try to sit on the floor again because Cricket is scratching the shit out of me. Hi, Cricky. All right, we're not gonna fight over my lap though, okay? Because then one of you is gonna have to get put up. Okay, 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 Cricket. Okay, 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 okay. You see, shelter dogs need somebody to come and pay attention to them. That's all. They just need that. What did he say? Bob and the secretary both asked in unison. He said, "Congratulations and wish me luck on our trial run." He said he was rooting for my success. He said that I'm a credit to our nation. She said slowly and robotically, still staring forward with her mouth open a bit. Bob reached over in front of her face and snapped his fingers. "Breathe," he said in a friendly manner. She blinked a few times and shook her head as she was coming out of a trance. I can't eat that. That's my speaker. I have to call my father," she said quickly as she picks up the phone and is already dialing. "Dad, you're not going to believe what just happened," Bob and the secretary heard her say as they closed the door, giving her some privacy. "She deserves this moment. She earned it." "Can you believe that?" the secretary said to Bob as they walk away. "What? Oh, yeah. It's amazing. Excuse me, please. I have to call my mother," he said, suddenly leaving her presence. "I think I will too," she said perkily, and then turns and walks away. As Amy exits her office, Sal waits. "Everything okay?" he asked. "Sal," she said proudly, "I just spoke to the President of the United States," she said as she placed her hands on his shoulders. "Can you believe it?" "Of course I can. The only thing I can't believe is that it took him so long," he said as he patted her on the back. She smiles at him and shrugs. "Come on, we have a lot of work to do. Our country depends on us." "Oh man," Sal whines. "I can see this already gone to her head," he jokes with her. "I can see this has already gone to your head," he jokes with her as they head back to the work site. That's chapter 12. I'm going to start chapter 13. It's called Sabotage.